Wait, I have questions on the training.
Yeah.
So when you're training for it, can you just describe, like, obviously there's physical blah blah. Is there performance aspects to the training, like
An acting class?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
we have something called that. It was called promo class, which, like, obviously you guys know what a wrestling promo is. So you would go and you would do that, and you would have promo class a couple times a week. They had improv class too.
That's what I was gonna say. So like, I imagine to like discover your character, like what is that like? You know what I mean? Are you in improv and being like trying out different angles?
Yeah, I think so much of it is trial and error, and I think that when people are like, "Oh, I came up with this character, and like this was my first idea, and like it ended up working," I'm always like, I feel like that's bullshit. Like, so much of it, it's like similar to comedy. It is just trial and error and figuring out what works and figuring out what feels natural to you, so you can perform and it connects with the audience.
Well, it's also like, it's hard because I see sometimes indie wrestling. There's a guy right now, maybe his name's Luigi, but he is making a pizza the whole
guy,
time he's wrestling, and it's fun. And you know, he like throws it at him, tackles him, and then gets it back up. And who knows what's in this dough that it never breaks apart.
Right?
Yeah,
it's impressive.
But it's hard to imagine him as that in Guardians of the Galaxy. And like it's now a space pizza or whatever. Like it's fun, and it goes back to like the circus thing where it's like, okay, that's cool. But at some point, this can't exist unless there's right now there's some wrestler where he plays Jesus and all his moves he doesn't touch them, so it's like all Darth Vader and they flip.
I've seen this,
and it's like, I don't know, maybe if there's going to be more like an alt wrestling circuit.
What's your character if you're doing?
Oh gosh, if I'm going like alty,
or just like if you were like, what would be your thing? If you just had like 10 seconds to come up with what your thing is.
I mean, it would be an extension of my stand-up thing. So it'd be like a lot of like lanky. It'd be something like a final move would be like
it'd be like a submission or something.
Yeah,
it would be you do the figure four.
The figure four. I could just reinvent the figure four.
Yeah.
And then of course, instead of a metal chair, I'm getting out a stool. I'm smashing. What about you? What are you doing?
I think mine's coy and just like not really interested in fighting until he is. So he's just kind of like he's just kind of like
just a chill guy,
a little shy, and a little, and then when it starts happening, he'll surprise you. You know.
Is it like you don't want to fight and then something happens and then you're like Hulk out? And
yeah, I think so. Yeah, yeah.
And then you like come to and you're like, what happened?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
What happened?
Yes.
Okay. So these classes, like a promo class, like, is it like, okay, it's your turn now, and you go, because you have to exude so much energy.
Yeah. And how many people are in the train? Like, how many people are you doing this with?
So I think with the promo classes, it was usually like between like 10 to 20 people in one, but like performing in front of your peers is so much worse and so much harder than going out there. Like cutting a promo in front of your peers is
we tried it once. I think
worst.
We had that we had a restaurant.
Oh yeah,
it was very fun. We had a restaurant for one of our live shows. We used to like do a regular episode live.
Oh god.
And it was funny because at the beginning it was like, oh, you're in character.
He was in character.
That wasn't what I thought we were going to do. We can't do this for 90 minutes.
We're doing the bit,
yeah.
We kept
but he was the only one doing the bit.
Well, we kept not talking to him like he was in character, and then he kind of quit. Like after like 5 minutes, he put down.
And God bless him. He has a girl, but he has like a stuffed goat, and he would just like talk about like the goat, and I'd be like, I wouldn't accept that this was a real goat,
right?
With a personality, and then eventually we shifted in there.
Yeah.
But that's what's so weird. I just think it's really fascinating, especially now. I feel like the whole. Do you know what kayfabe is?
No.
Could you define it better than I could?
No, I want to hear you define it.
Okay, so I guess kayfabe, because it feels like the world is, you know, if you want to get big about it. I mean, it's kind of like how would you define theater? It can be really big if you think about it. Kayfabe is kind of, from my understanding, it's the imagined world and characters and interactions and personality of kind of believing that the fantasy is real. So the
fourth wall. Yeah.
What?
Like kind of like the fourth wall, like not breaking.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wall. Yeah.
And so you go like, oh, the Undertaker and the Rock, they hate each other. and if they're or then now they're friends all of a sudden, and he's the living dead, and it's kind of like buying into it all, sometimes purposefully. Even if you understand they're all backstage hanging out, it's like
suspending belief.
Yes.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Okay.
And there's a lot of argument of some of the success of Trump is it's kayfabe. It's like, I'm a billionaire businessman and I'm a big guy, and then it was like, and now that person is real.
It's real.
And now that person is president, and now people's lives are being affected by it. So it's not kayfabe, but if you ever accused him of being racist, it'd be like, it's just the kayfabe. We're just having fun. It became a means of being like,
interesting.
You can't be mad at me. It's just a character.
Yeah.
And I mean, it would kind of be like if you did Sweeney Todd and at the end you walked out to sign autographs, you were like, I'm Sweeney Todd, and you signed it Sweeney Todd, and that was your middle name. Yeah. And when your acting career really took off, you said, okay, stop calling me.
Yeah.
I'm now Dwayne Johnson. It's like, no, you're Sweeney Todd.
Sweeney Todd.
So, do you remember, like, did you try, are some people trying like a really over the top character? Or I feel like school would make you more functional. You're not going to get a what's his name, Goldberg? Is that Goldberg?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Can you look up the rest of Goldberg? Because this is who I see you as being. Goldberg. This was like back where like he might kiss you, and he's a guy. Okay. He's a guy, and he might give you a little kiss. He was like very much like, I'm gay.
Wait, we're not talking about the same person.
Not Goldberg.
Hold on, you started describing him?
That's me.
And I was like,
no.
That is me.
No.
Gold dust. Is that
Thank you.
Because
Gold dust. Pull up a video of gold dust. When you gave me that look, I was like, when you gave me a look, I was like,
he might kiss you.
Hold on.
You reveal that you were kissed by Goldberg in real life. Breaking news:
I really liked that it
made
was
out
Goldberg.
with Goldberg.
That was a wonderful mistake.
Like, Goldberg's gay.
Breaking news.
No, Gold Dust. Who I liked a lot too.
Is a gayer name, Gold Dust.
I was a big action figure guy.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a lot of action figures around the house, or just your every iteration of your dad?
My grandma has quite literally every iteration of my dad.
So
I
cool.
think we have like one old one, but that's it.
Yeah. Oh, I remember them. You find one, Ty?
Yeah. I have like a compilation.
This is who I think you.
I can see this. Let's pull it up.
See,
he made everyone around him. The slow breathing, the weird pauses.
I'm trying to find one that's just like the greatest hits for him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hold
okay.
on,
Well,
paint it for a couple more seconds here.
Gold Dust. Okay. It's a lot of makeup, but I like that era. I like that.
Yeah. No. Gold Dust was great.
So like, were you ever being like, I'm a bird girl, or like, I mean, who knows?
Or like really political, because the era of Trump, it's like, like
sure.
I'm,
So I do have a funny story. It's not about me, but it is a promo class story that I think I should share.
Yeah.
So we have this like website internally where you can like upload your promos and upload your matches, like in-house thing where everyone can kind of see what's going on. So one day I was on there, and this one girl, she was cutting a promo, and her opponent, the girl, has Trump supporting allegations. That's important to remember.
Okay.
Yeah, the girl who's the opponent, Trump supporting allegations. And the girl who's cutting the promo on her, she has, I'm not sure what her sport was, but it had something to do with running. So I guess the girl who's the opponent was like talking shit to her, being like, you're running from me, blah, blah, blah. And the girl who cuts the promo, she goes, why don't you ask your little friend Trump? Because the last person who said I ran got bombed.
Wow.
And that promo will never see the light of day. And I'm so mad. Because I watched it with my partner and our friend, and we literally like closed the computer and we all just walked away.
Yeah.
Because I was like, how does Shakespeare himself could not put that promo together?
Yeah, it's fun.
And it was literally like 3 days after the war in Iran started.
Wow.
Oh, God.
Last person who said Iran got bombed. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
And
so
then
that
suddenly
is
so
my
Trump,
favorite.
Kamala comes out and fucking just
That's
kicks
my
some
favorite
ass.
promo.
Yeah.
Favorite pro wrestling promo that will never see
Okay,
the light
this is
of day.
Gold Dust.
This is Gold Dust.
And now locking up with Gold Dust. Now we're going to get down to some business. Again. Yeah, no. Savio Vega now, look at him. And moving him back to the corner now. Savio Vega with Goldust. Let's see what happens here. Don't expect a clean break. We said it wouldn't be clean.
I love this character.
Please welcome, ladies and gentlemen, the WWF Intercom.
I loved Goldust because all Goldust did is he just acknowledged that what you're doing is kind of homosexual.
Oh yeah.
He's just like you're holding him and he's like,
of it.
this is homoerotic, and people are like, get off of me. Get off of me. You're wearing a full bodysuit. I'm wearing a tiny little dance belt. You gross.
Yeah.
I loved Goldust. I don't know what happened to him.
Yeah.
I imagine he hit age. He said, I do not want to put on this face makeup.
He's
that is
still
so
wrestling.
much.
He's still wrestling?
But not as, I don't believe he's
Not as
wrestling
Goldust.
as Goldust, but he's definitely still
No
in
way.
business. Yeah.
Can you look up who Goldust is now? I remember watching the documentary about Andre the Giant, and his body was so fucked up towards the end that when he did the Princess Bride, he's holding the princess. She was on strings. He couldn't hold her at all, and he did like one final match, which like helped WWE a lot, and he just could barely move. And it's
It's very
shocking.
sad.
Yeah.
The people, your dad or John Cena, anyone who's like still doing it, you're like, how did you take care of your body enough that you aren't hobbled
For
over
that
right
long.
now?
Yeah, like there are people who literally wrestle for like 20, 30 years, and I'm like, how? Like it blows my mind.
How soft is the wood of the ring? Because it's got to be bouncy.
So it's like wooden planks, then a mat, then another mat, and that's it.
Okay. So if someone suplexed me,
like you feel it. Like I think
feel
your body eventually does get used to it, but like if you haven't wrestled in a bit and then you go back and you train, like you feel it and you're sore.
Okay, so you're at school, you're figuring out, when did you have a moment of like, oh, I got it. This is it. This is my character.
Yes and no. I feel like there was always a lot of characters that I wanted to try, but then I ended up being the general manager character, which was more like authoritative and kind of already set for me. And I still had a lot of fun with that because I got to interact with like so many different talents. So that was a great part of that.
Yeah. Were there any other characters that you're like, ooh, I wanted that one to work?
I definitely wanted to be more of like a creepy goth kind of character. But
Yeah?
it didn't end up working, yeah. But I would have loved to do that.
Talk to me, because my knowledge about wrestlers is more guys. Mm-hmm. Like what's the legacy of women wrestling? Like when your dad was coming up, China was for me, of course, a big one because she was in D-Generation X.
Yeah.
And she was strong as hell.
Yeah.
But she was also wrestling the guys.
She was
too. She was. So China, she broke her neck.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was a pile driver. Horrifying.
Yeah.
Right? Oof. Is that like, who are the legacies? Who are the ones that like when you were like studying, you were like, oh fuck.
China's definitely one, like China, Lita, Jazz, all of those women that were in the 90s, because they really like paved the way for all of us, because like women's matches were seen as the bathroom break matches, and it was sexualized, and like I feel like now female wrestling is just kind of fully hitting its stride and being respected the way that it should have been since the beginning.
Yeah.
100%.
Is there still like a belt? Are there multiple belts, or is it just like the ladies' belt?
So there are, I believe there's 3 or 4 in total for women, not counting the tag team titles now. So that was actually one of my favorite memories that I had in WWE and in NXT, was when we unveiled one of the new women's belts, and then it gave women 2 championships in NXT. So that was awesome.
That's nice.
Yeah, and I'm so grateful, and it was so cool to be a part of like seeing the kind of like NXT's own version of the women's evolution.
Yeah. So you go to the school, you graduate. Hey, could you just tell us what NXT is? This just a weekly show within the? Yeah.
So it's another weekly show under WWE. So there's Raw, SmackDown, and then NXT. And NXT is kind of seen as a bit more of their like developmental show, but I would honestly argue that some of the talent there is better than what you see on Raw or SmackDown.
Yeah, and it has a little more slightly more experiment or a little bit?
A little bit more experimental. I think it's just a bit of a different pace as well, which I think is cool. I think NXT did a really good job at showcasing like there would be a time where you would have like 60 or 70 talent on a 2-hour show. Which I thought was really cool. Wow. Like they really did a great job of making time for so many people.
Yeah. So you're working there. You're a general manager, and what does that mean?
So that is the on-screen character that is pretty much like the boss. Like I was on screen, I was the one who was booking the show, making the matches, and it, like I said, it was fun because I got to interact with like so many talent that wasn't just the women's division, and I loved that.
Yeah. And all the rest of they're mean to you and the thing. Like are you making any decisions behind the scenes too, or is this all like a character?
It is character.
It's a full character.
Yes. Wow.
That's a fun character to play.
It was. Yeah.
I think I think about seeing all the McMahons doing that character.
Right. Yes.
I mean, Vince ironically was doing that character and was the guy.
Vince was doing both. Yeah.
Oh gosh. So, and how much were you doing? Were you doing matches too? Were you?
So I was still training, but I wasn't having matches on TV or anywhere else really because my TV character was just being general manager.
Did anyone ever knock you out or like?
I got hit by a door once. That was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they didn't like
very dramatic
the decision that you made.
I can't. What was the context of it? It was something where like this group of guys started fighting, and then like one of them ran into the door, and then I went like, fine. So that was fun.
Yeah. It's my...
Very theatrical. Felt very, very dramatic.
It was really hard watching Tony Hinchcliffe get chokeslammed by The Undertaker because I felt like that's what I want to happen to me.
You want to get...
Yeah, do you want to be the victim or the one doing...
I want to get slammed through a table. And if The Undertaker did it, and I think it would be nice, given the fact that The Undertaker and I have such differing political views, it makes more sense for him to kick the shit out of me. You're hanging out with Tony. Let me be
definitely
the lib.
Yeah.
Gianmarco the lib Soresi. And I come up, I got all sorts of flags on me. And like pride flags and all the things.
All the pride flags.
All the pride flags. Palestine, Ukraine, and then just every flag.
And you think it's important to show to America
this is purely for me
getting thrown around,
destroyed. Yeah, I understand the problem with it.
Yeah,
we'll have a redemption arc. Okay.
I just see the problem.
I just want to get slammed, and that's the only thing that's the only way I see it fitting in right now.
Okay.
In the current state of wrestling,
to have the flags to get.
I'm the lib.
Yeah,
the lib.
Yeah.
And then like my finisher is like I get out my phone and I tweet something.
You're like actually
you're canceled, and then they fucking chokeslam me.
You're listening to The Downside.
The Downside.
With Gianmarco Soresi.